Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And first things first, I want to say how like this is not the case for everyone. Okay, I just want to keep it clear, this is not the case for everyone. But people who relate to the stuff that I'm about to say, they'll be able to get something from this video. So stick with me as I'm speaking and ignore all the mess in the background because I'm in my fucking hostel room right now. And yeah, I'm just speaking from here. So as you might have read from the title, as you would have definitely read from the title, yeah, having someone to look up to is going to actually like help you, boost or just work harder to find inspiration on a daily basis. Because like when you don't have anyone to look up to, this is what I think. Yeah, this is what I think. When you don't have anyone to look up to, you just are like, you're just independent. You're like isolated in your own thoughts, your own ideas, beliefs, the way you see the world and the things that you want. And the thing is like it's not that clear to us because we are all like very young, and like we have all these dreams, goals and aspirations, but we are not very clear of what we want. That's why we tend to get distracted here and there. So how do we prevent that from happening? We can prevent that from happening by having a clear visual goal, or like, you visualize, or you do whatever you can to like bring your dream life, the dream life that you want to live. You bring that in front of you on a daily basis. Like you either write about it or you just visualize about it. Like do whatever you want, you keep doing that on a daily basis till like, it sticks to you and it becomes a habit, so that you don't forget your goals, or the dreams that you like set out this journey with, so that you don't get distracted, so that you can actually lock in and get everything that you want, by whilst also maintaining a balance between your other interests, which could be like, just some random hobbies, your family, spending time with your friends and everything, without like actually letting it tax your productive hours, or like just your mental energy that's required for like getting your goals and your work done. That is one way that you can like, without the need for a role model, without the need for like looking up to someone, you can just like, go about this journey all by yourself, by like, having a clear picture of your goals and your dreams on a daily basis, by like forcing it to you. Because us human beings, bro, we tend to forget things, and it's just something that happens to us. Emotions are more powerful than our the emotional part of our brain. The emotional mind is more powerful than the rational part of our brain, or the rational mind. And that is a fucking fact. Because like, there is probably a lot of times when you set out an initiative, when you like, just told yourself that you're not going to do something, but then your emotions took control and you actually went and did it. Because like, yeah, emotions are more, the emotional mind is more like stronger than your rational mind, and that's a fucking fact. You need to sit down and convince yourself, not convince, but like, understand the fact that your emotions are stronger than your rational sense of logic or whatever. So what do? You force yourself to like, bring the dream life that you want on a daily basis. That's one way you can do this, to not get distracted and to like not have a role model to like know if you're going in the right direction or not. Now the second way is to actually have a role model or someone to look up to, so that you are able to like have a direction in your life and you don't feel purposeless, and you're inspired to work on a daily basis without like fully relying on yourself. Obviously you will have to rely on yourself, and that's a skill that you have to develop through as the journey goes through, and you will definitely understand. But also having someone to look up to sets you in direction, and you know where to go. And when I was young, I used to have a role model. When I'm older, I used to have another role model and stuff like that, just like people I look up to. And yeah, it's just how it is. Like, you could have a role model for football, for work, for just cooking. It could be anything. And like you could just, when you come to do the task, you could be like just thinking about that person. You're like, oh yeah, this is how I want to, like, that person is sort of the like person that I'm looking forward to like try to be when I'm doing this work. So as I'm recording, who am I trying to embody, or who is an inspiration for me that I'm looking up to, from which I've derived some of like, my inspiration from, to like start making videos. There are a lot of YouTubers who have inspired me, and I could keep them in my mind, and that is also like, motivating. As of right, I just realized this thing right now, which is like, I wasn't thinking of any person in my mind before I sat down to like record this video. Now that I brought this topic up, I was like, subconsciously thinking as I was speaking about like, some YouTubers who have inspired me to like, start my own shit. And I was like, yeah, and I just feel more inspired, more motivated to like sit down in front of the camera and speak in a certain specific way, to put my message across the room to you. So yeah, like, if you have a role model, the journey is simpler. But if you are more of an independent person, you don't believe in the idea of like having role models, people to look up to set a direction in your life, and you want to be the person who sets this direction, then go ahead and do exactly that. Nothing's gonna stop you. There's 2 to 3 ways to 4 ways to 5 ways to like navigate through any problem or situation that you're facing. And make sure to critically think at all times in your life, because like you are not always right. And that's, probably another video that I could make, just being like, why you are always not right or whatever. But like, this is just another video where I'm just giving some basic advice based on the stuff that I've been seeing and the experiences that I've been having personally, and just from around as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Hope you were able to take something off from this video, and the comments are open for discussion, so you could drop down your thoughts and what you think. Rather than just thanking me for making stuff, you could also engage in the stuff that I'm uploading by also making me want to like question the stuff that I say by like just leaving down such comments. You could also give feedback, no worries, I read everything. So let's make this an engaging space, an engaging community. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.